I don't know how many years it's been going on so far. I want to say it's like over 25. They just get a bunch of people that have tractors, and I get a lot of questions. What's a tractor parade? It's literally a parade of tractors.
It's a lot of Chester's old history. It was a very much a farming community. And just like when they introduced it into the Winter Carnival, which is more of to bring tourists into town, it really brought the locals in. And it's, there's just a lot of heritage with the farm tractors around here. And a lot of us grew up either, watching people farm or had farms ourselves. So, yeah, I think everybody loves it. We shut down Main Street for a little bit. Amazingly, people showed up every year, and we had great turnouts, and I think it was the main event of the Winter Carnival.
The tractor parade started to happen in maybe early 2000s, mid-2000s, maybe 2005. Well, anyway, it's a long story, but it turned into a huge ice carving contest, and it was pretty serious. Like the ice carvers were chefs from all over the region that were NECA certified. That's the National Ice Carving Association. And so we had to have special rules, and then after a while they wanted to have it all in one place that had the same kind of light, the same kind of conditions, and the same amount of sun and stuff like that. So it kind of became really intense. And so that got moved into the parking lot back on 4 Water Street. So the street was more open for jugglers and stilt walkers and stuff like that. Then it went away for a while, and then it came back.
About 5 years ago, I think it was the last time we did the full-blown Winter Carnival. When Charlene Janicek took over for Lauren Gister as first selectwoman, she reached out. She was like a second mom growing up. She reached out and said, do you want to try to revive just the tractor parade part of it? And honestly, I didn't want to. I really was so burnt out. So I said, sure, let's just meet. We don't even know if we can even do it. If we met right here at Lunchbox, just like we did 25 years before, and we're like, what can we do? Can we pull it off?
So it's nice that Jeff brought it back to the village, and it's a great thing. It's nice to all of a sudden in the middle of like the original Winter Carnival, in the middle of February when it's dead, there's nobody coming to town, to have an event like that on a Sunday.
We will in the future. We're going to keep it small, a small event, and it brings people out during the middle of winter. It's just great to see all the kids out there smiling. We get 50 to, I don't know, maybe 60 tractors or something. So, and they're all local tractors. And amazingly, they all have, a bit of history in the region. So, and that's kind of the funnest part of it. And obviously watching the kids, climbing on them, that's kind of why we do it, So, and that's really why Charlene, who's a great grandmother, really wanted to bring the whole thing back together. So we've had some real relics, but yeah, 100-year-old farm tractor is not uncommon. I think the oldest one this year was 90 years old. But they're all pretty unique. It's amazing these things run still, and it gives everybody a reason to keep them going.
And in the past, we used to have like a contest, the most, like the tractor parade, winners of like some category that somebody would make up. And so we would have photographs of all the tractors, the winning tractors.
So maybe in the future, we might do a little bit more presenting the history of each tractor. Like my tractor I salvaged was a friend locally had used it for years, and kind of just farming was over for them, and it was just sitting in the backyard. So I restored that one myself, and that's the story of most of these.
I enjoyed playing. That was a lot of fun. It was really, it was a lot of fun. The kids, especially the little kids. I'm a big fan of having those little kids come up. And especially if I know them, I'll say their name in the mic. It's like, oh.
The band I'm in now was kind of a spin-off of the Wandering Fiddlers called Paddywhack. About half a dozen fiddlers and guitar players, and me on banjo, and my girlfriend was on her, Laura was on her hand drum and cello. We got out there and played.
Since everybody was volunteering, essentially you're bringing all this business down to the local area, to our local brewery over here, Little House. You have Simon's over here, you have the Villager.
It highlights the center of town and the businesses that are here that support the event, and we let people in to warm up, and so it's just a nice way to use the town.
They stick around until dinner, mostly. I know the Paddock, there was a line out the door at the Paddock all evening long. So, beauty of the Winter Carnival, it raised probably $10,000 for the Chester Fire Department, $1,000 for the Boy Scouts. Rotary made, everybody did fundraisers off it, raised a lot of money for, a lot of people, did a lot of good. And the best part of what we're doing now and how we're doing it, as opposed to in the past, it's got a budget of zero. Cost of taxpayers nothing. Our police work it into their budget, so they'll say, okay, instead of working Saturday, you got to work Sunday. Our town crew's great. They work around our schedule. Everybody volunteered, and the fire department was able to sell chili, and they made some money.
A lot of people think, well, it seems like a lot of fancy restaurants, but this tractor parade kind of brings a different level, a different kind of feel, to the town. You're like, oh, we're still just a small town community, and it's a lot of fun.
I just appreciate everybody who shows up, and I mean, especially the tractors. I don't even know where the heck they come from. It's just amazing. The word gets out, and I don't really. You can't plan. You can't really register anybody. You can't expect anybody to show up because you just don't even know if they're going to start, especially during the winter. You don't know how busy people are. Somehow or another, at the last minute, there's dozens just start pouring in, and it always turns out to be a great turnout. Just enough.
I'm just super proud of the little town that we're here. I love it, and I really enjoy trying to give back a little bit to the town. I think it's just cute, quintessential New England town. It's great.